All right. We had a pretty simple request in the group when I threw out a post in a couple different places offering to build workflows. Basically, I want to test out some of HighLevel's new tools, workflow AI being one of them. The new workflow, like I don't know how do they describe advanced builder. I think I'm calling it like the power builder. We're gonna go ahead and build one of these out. This was a pretty simple one, so I'm gonna go ahead and use AI to get it started. This will take a while, so I'll go ahead and pause while it's doing it, but it's going to actually write all of the content during the build out. And so I don't know if I'll end up using all that content. Obviously, we can use GPT to kind of augment that. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get this started. So they were just looking for basically what Fraser calls a pre-approved and looking campaign, essentially 12-week follow-up campaign, couple of different follow-ups a week. We're trying to stay in touch with a home buyer that is currently shopping. They're pre-approved. They're, potentially going under contract any day, but it's just taking a little longer than we'd like. So we're following up with these guys. Obviously, this is a workflow that we would remove somebody from as soon as we receive a contract on them. But in the meantime, let's stay in touch. Let's stay in front of them. So with that, this is the prompt that I put together. I'm going to go ahead and start this. And then it's, like I said, it's going to take a while to actually build this out. And so while it's doing that, see right there, while it's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and pause. I will let you guys know how long it takes. Actually, hold on. I just unpaused really quick. I'm going to use a timer so that you guys know. All right, now I'll do that. All right, so it was about, I would say, like with the delay that I had getting that enabled, somewhere between 3.5 and 3 minutes and 45 seconds. So not too bad. I haven't checked this out yet. This I just noticed out of the corner of my eye that this was, so I might have been a couple seconds late. This is cool. They're labeling it. This is really, oh shit, this is really cool. Let's see. Let's check this out. Wait until Monday at 10 a.m. So it's creating a wait step to make sure we're sending during business hours. Email number 1, welcome to your home buying journey. Thank you for taking the exciting first step towards purchasing your new home. Over the next 12 weeks, we'll be guiding you through each stage of the home buying process. So probably not exactly how I would go about this. This is probably one that I would mark to change. Now, one thing I haven't done yet is I haven't switched to the advanced builder, which I'm going to do so that you guys can see that. That's part of what I'm trying to do here. So the advanced builder is different. Now, this obviously looks like pretty similar. It's just horizontal instead of vertical. It doesn't. Like when you start adding more logic to this changes a lot. But for one that's just a simple follow-up campaign where we're just reaching out, then yeah, it's going to look pretty similar. It's going to look like just horizontal instead of vertical. So one of the things I really like about this is this piece is new. So I've been using sticky notes in workflows for a little while now. Really, really good way to kind of notate what you're thinking. It's a good way to like go back and revisit something that you're wanting to improve upon later. There's a lot of different stuff with this. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and create red sticky notes. Okay. And I'm going to use these to indicate emails that I want to go back and adjust later. So we've got that. I'm not going to add a note here. Boom. We're just going to do that. And then let me look at this. Quick tip. Here's your tip. Get your finances in order by organizing documents like pay stubs and bank statements. Ready? Like, okay, probably not. Probably not. And we'll see. We might actually end up having more of these than not. Again, this is not like, to me, the value in this thing is not necessarily creating the content. You can use GPT to do that. The value in this thing is creating the framework, creating the actual like steps, giving you a starting point, because I'm sure some of you guys will have like different things that you want to adjust in this besides just the content, but a really great starting point, just like ChatGPT, but for your workflow. So here's this: understanding your mortgage pre-approval and your next steps. Congratulations on starting your home buying journey. One important step in the process is mortgage pre-approval. Pre-approval is when a lender, blah, blah, blah. So this is somebody that like already is pre-approved, right? So I'm not a huge fan of the content here. You know, like I might just talk to the workflow AI and have it make the adjustments. Let me see. So the text message here was quick tip on getting ready. Let me go back to this. Here's your tip. I'm ready to take. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust this because it doesn't seem like it understands that we already this buyer's already pre-approved. And I think that if it did understand that, if we clarify that this could get a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and clarify that. We're going to say this buyer is actually already pre-approved. We're just trying to keep them excited while they are home shopping, as well as educate them on things about homeownership that they may not know. Yeah, let's try that. The layout is fine. Layout/cadence is fine. But can you update the content to be more relevant for this use case? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and hit this stopwatch again and then pause, and I'll let you guys know as soon as we go. So start that there. And all right, I got distracted. It might not have actually been this long. It was at least 4 minutes, but it might not have been 4 minutes and 45 seconds. So, but what does it say? All right. It does in here tell me, here's a summary. I updated the welcome email to warmly congratulate recipients on their pre-approval, build excitement for their home search, and outline what they can expect next with financing already in place. The message is now more motivational and geared toward engagement and homeowner readiness. Okay, so let's see. Excuse me. I'm drinking some Coca-Cola over here and got the burps. All right, let's see. Welcome email. Congratulations on being approved. This is an exciting milestone. With your financing secured, you're now ready to begin the home search process. Next, our team will guide you through finding properties that match your preferences and budget. We'll assist you in scheduling tours and okay. So I definitely did not make it clear that I was the mortgage loan officer. So that this is a lesson in AI, anything AI related. You got to make sure that your prompts are good. So I'm going to go ahead and have it edit again, and pause and let it do its thing. But as you can see here, not something that we're going in 30 seconds unless we know exactly what we're looking for. We can prompt it very directly, and then even then we're at least a few minutes in. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust this. This should be from the perspective of the mortgage lender that just got them pre-approved. They are not a real estate agent and therefore do not perform any real estate agent related tasks. All right, pausing again. All right, so full transparency, I had submitted a prompt like this, right? Can you edit this workflow so that it's from the perspective of the mortgage lender? I'd submitted that twice and got a message back that said error sending the message after thinking for a few seconds. So ended up refreshing. When I refreshed, there was nothing here. It started all over right here. I'm Workflow AI. Tell me what you'd like to automate. And then I did this, and it edited a little bit quicker after that. So take from that what you will, but we're going to go ahead and check this out now. So it's nice that the sticky notes still apply there. Your financing options and process, blah, blah, blah. Our mortgage process is designed to guide you. We begin with pre-approval. Our team will then work closely, blah, blah, blah. Hey, that's not bad. Not bad. We're doing better. Okay, text message still was kind of the same, like get your finances in order. If they're pre-approved, probably should already have that, but I'm nitpicking here. Home financing tips for pre-approved buyers. Nice. Okay, I like this now. Avoid making large purchases. Understand the steps. All right, now we're cooking. All right, this next one. That's the one I was just in. Let's go to the next one. I'd love to know more about your ideal home. What are must-haves and features? Not a huge fan, but honestly, texts are kind of tough to do there. Like, you know, your quick touch text messages. Maybe this is good for you. I don't know. Not something I would send, but important steps for your mortgage preparation and pre-approval. No, not a huge fan. Obtaining pre-approval is an essential step. We already did this. So, okay. So content-wise, not great. I'm probably going, like, I'm not going to go through all of these. Quick quiz is not a typical, hey, actually, okay, that's a text message. I like that. Moving checklists and next steps. All right. Okay. All right. Some of these are okay. So, like I said, I would go through here. I would grab these red sticky notes. And I would, you know, this is the home financing tips. We liked that one. Not a huge fan of the SMS. This one can stay there. Still looking. What is that? I'd love to know what are the must-have features and location preferences you have in mind. Meh. Not a huge fan. This email, I was not a huge fan of. And so I'm just going through, and I can zoom in. Oops. I'm going through and I'm going to clone my sticky note, drag it over here. Loan and mortgage assistance, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So that one's, you know, a little light touch, not bad. Mortgage process email. We liked that one. Mortgage queries. Blah, blah. Okay. Again, a little light touch, not bad. Mortgage process email. Understanding the mortgage process. Okay, not a huge fan. Thank you for your interest in the mortgage process. Like we're what are we in? Like week 5, and we're sending like entries like that. Thank you for interest in the mortgage. Like meh, not a fan. So again, I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna clone this. Whoa. Okay, let's go over here. What was it? Was this one? Okay. Send SMS. We recommend trusted home inspectors if you need any referrals. Boom. Okay, I do like that. Email about budgeting and transition. Okay, again, I just don't like that. Like each one of these emails sounds like the first email in an email chain, and so you know, maybe it's not a huge one. You know, maybe it's just coming in here. Okay. So maybe I do something like that, right? And then I save it, and that saves me from having to completely rewrite it. Quick quiz. I do like that one. I did like this one. Let's go. Keep going here. I'm going to clone this one because odds are I will have another one. We'll just keep dragging it along here. Moving checklist and next steps. Did we look at this? Congratulations on reaching an important blah, 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 as you prepare. Okay, so again, like don't care about this first sentence, but seems like other than that, we're probably not bad. I'm not loving how, oh, okay, there we go. That's a little bit easier to read there. Practical checklist. All right, not bad. Not bad there either. I'll leave that there. Neighborhood insights, tools to compare areas, research local schools, explore crime rates. Not bad. We're doing all right so far. Have you found any neighborhoods you love so far? Okay, still questions to ask before buying. I'm still okay with this. Are you still searching for your home? Have any questions? Yes, let's go. Don't miss these red flags. All right, we are still liking these. Spot any or issues in the properties you viewed. Help answer. Okay, I mean, encroaching a little bit on the real estate agent maybe at that point, but again, I'm all right. Send revised timeline, email to buyers. Your possession date is currently scheduled for this. It pulled. Interesting. This is very interesting. So I have a closing date custom field, and somehow Workflow AI found that and pulled that into this. This is something to look out for. This could be really cool in the future. Probably more of a liability than an asset right now, though. So definitely something to pay attention to. We are going to flag this one for sure. we'll just keep going here. Need to move by a certain date. Boom. Mortgage support email. We hope this message finds you well. That's always getting deleted in my eyes. That is I'm not a huge fan of that. That is a GPT indicator that everybody knows. Okay, and this is cool. Sequence complete. Recommend adding to long-term nurture. Dude, okay. All right. What does this say? What's this one? All right. So delete this. What do we got? I'm going to go ahead and zoom out here. We've got 1, 2, 3 emails, 2 text messages. Is that right? Is that a total of 5? One, 2, 3 emails, 2 text messages. Not bad. I'll make those edits. I'm going to share this in the community, in the HL4 community. If you're watching this and not in the HL4 community, you're missing out. I'll make sure and include a link to join HL4 for those of you guys that are watching this. But not bad, not bad. I'm going to make those couple edits, and then we've got a decent pre-approved and looking campaign that our clients can rock, and anybody else watching this. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later.